welcome back to the show. First Christmas for a lot of mums, a lot of new mums, is a real struggle. There's so many demands on your time and attention. You want everything perfect, and of course you've got a brand new baby who has got his own or her own demands on your time. And there are ways to make that easier. Here to tell us about it is Sherry Trowsse, from a doula and childbirth educator. How are you?
I'm good, thanks for having me.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So we were talking before the show about the pressures that mums put on themselves, especially at this time of the year. What sort of things do you see, and what happens?
Well, a lot of the time they want to do everything. Everybody wants to see the new baby. Everybody wants them to come over, and a lot of the time saying no is hard.
Yeah.
Well, you think you have all that energy, and then you walk out the door, like that whole idea, you're about to walk out the door and your baby actually needs to be fed, changed, and so much goes on, and before you know it, it's nap time. Like, you don't know the routine.
And a lot of the time you think you want to go, and then the day comes and you're trying to get out the door and you're already an hour late, and you feel like there's so much pressure on you. So a lot of the time it's about prioritizing which ones you actually have to go to.
And I think too that especially professional women, there's actually a higher incidence of postpartum depression amongst educated and professional women, because we're so used to doing everything that when you have this little creature who sets your schedule all over the place, and then you're exhausted, it really does trigger a negative reaction. So what happens to them?
A lot of the time they just need more support. They find that they're overwhelmed, all of a sudden they're isolated. You're with this little person that doesn't talk. So you end up feeling very alone, very isolated, very away from all your friends. They're still doing their regular thing and going out for cocktails in the evenings, and well, your new baby doesn't exactly want to tag along.
Right, and when do you get the shopping in and all the rest of it? So what's the solution for them?
A lot of the time it's just saying no. Accepting help when people are offering. If somebody says, let me help you, they mean it. They want to help. They want to take a bit of time out of their day to do something for you. For me, a lot of the time as a doula, I'll go to people's homes and just let them take a nap or take a shower or get stuff done while I help them with their baby, so that they're able to feel like they got more done throughout the day.
Right.
Yeah, definitely. And so do you also offer to new parents like ways in which they can get help within the community? Because I know there's a lot of recreation centers. I feel like I spent the first 4 years of Megan and Jackson's lives, they're only a year and a half apart, at Dovercourt Recreation Center, because it was just a contained area. They offered a kinder care. Like, do you offer some of that support around?
A lot of my clients will ask me once they feel like they can get out more. When their baby's 4 or 6 months old, they'll say, well, where can I go? And I have a list of the different community, depending on what part of town you're in, because you also don't want to travel all over the place. But there are a lot of the community centers have that.
Right.
And just knowing where to even find the information.
So let's just take it back to before that period, though, because I think that's, is triggering a long distant memory for me. That first 4 months where you feel that you are literally attached at the hip or at the nursing station, I suppose, to your baby. What are the things, as a young mom, I mean, I know that I was like, no one else can take care of my baby the way I can. But what are some of the things that you can let your mom or your sister or your girlfriend or a doula do for you with the baby, so that you physically have some separation, so you can remember who you are just physically on your own?
A lot of the time it's getting somebody, you'll nurse the baby and then pass the baby off. Because a lot of time people don't want to be away from their baby, especially if they're nursing. They have that, they can't separate for more than a couple hours because the baby's always eating. But diaper changes, helping get the baby to sleep. The baby doesn't need to be with you the entire time in between the feedings.
Right.
And just making sure to shower and sleep is the best thing that a mom can do. It can be the hardest thing to get done in a day.
And to eat well too. You need the energy. I mean, you are feeding your baby, and that as most or some parents are doing anyways, their moms. So that takes a lot of energy from you as well.
I can remember sitting down, having made a dinner, and sitting down, and then the baby would start to cry, and it would be time to feed by the time I got there. I don't think I ate a hot meal for 2 years, right? So just having somebody come in and asking for that help.
A lot of the time, that's what I'll do, is get them a snack ready and then take the baby to another room, so that even if the baby's fussing a little bit, they're able to sit there and enjoy a cup of tea or a meal, or just to be with themselves for a little bit. Check your phone, check your email.
Right.
I remember feeling like I couldn't even like check Facebook by myself for 5 minutes without being distracted.
My landlord was really good when my son was little, and so I would express some milk and drop him, and then we would go out for dinner, and my husband and I would just look at each other because we'd